This is Princey Seats channel. Your preferred channel for legit content and information needed. If you are new to the channel, kindly subscribe and press the notification button for further updates. Fresh release on Jennifer Isaac, Joyce Lovely and others speaks addressing the masses. Pay attention.
Good evening. This message is actually addressed to Osim and every other person in the grant ecosystem. That is the millions of masses that subscribe to UAAG. Osim, I pray that this message will reach you in good health. In the name of Jesus Christ. I'm Dr. Harry. And I want to quickly remind you, there was a time I called you, we spoke on the phone, and I wanted to know what was happening with the UAAG grant. And I remember asking you some questions which you answered me to the best of your ability. And I really appreciated you for that. I appreciated you for taking time to pick my call and taking time to talk to me. Even when you've not met me, you don't know my personality. That is one respect I have for you. You are humble and you are a man of your word. So, Osim, I also want to thank you for the music you put on your platforms time to time, especially the old school music, that touches the soul. I remember way back when we were growing up, secondary school, even to our universities. This were music that really healed our souls. This were music that actually taught us what love is. Not the kind of baga 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 we are hearing today. So I thank you especially for those songs. It takes my mind back to the old good days. Now, having said that, Osim, I actually sent this video because of the present situation of things concerning the UAAG grant. Few months ago, I think it's about 2 or a little bit over 2 months now that the verification exercise took place. And before the verification exercise, we are well informed that the verification exercise was going to usher in the disbursement without hindrance. After the after the verification exercise, the MOU signing, leading towards disbursement. But it's over a little bit 2 months now. The masses seems to be in the dark. It's like we are static. We are not getting information. We are not getting disbursement. The masses are worried. If we say we are not worried, we are practically lying to ourselves. Osim, as I said before, I appreciate you coming every time, dropping motivational speech, even using the Bible to encourage the masses, in order to wait for disbursement. Now, for the past 2 months, what we've been hearing is encouragement, motivational words. Every week we keep hearing, don't worry, this is the week, disbursement is not good to pass this week, it's not going to be later than this week, that week will go, the second week will come in, the third week will come in, and the fourth week will come and go. Then we will not enter the month of December. In the month of December, from the first week, we started getting messages. This is the week of disbursement, Second week, the same thing. Until we got to that week of Christmas, even a few days to Christmas, there were still some writers, The likes of Joyce Lovely, I call her the hyping mama, kept on hyping us, hyping the grant community, that disbursement was going to take place before Christmas, that people should be ready, people should be close to their phones, that alert could come in at any time. People kept, came into this voice note. People kept, minding this voice note. Then Christmas passed by. Even the week before New Year, there were still messages coming in that the year is not over, that we should be hopeful, that the masses should have faith, But I thank Mama Rebecca. I think it's in Mama Rebecca. This Oh, sorry, I mean to say Mama Jennifer. Mama Jennifer came out with her voice note. After talking and talking, she started telling the masses that she doesn't think this year will be feasible anymore, that we should look towards New Year, that the masses should just manage through this festive period and look towards the new year. She was honest, and that's why one thing I love that woman for. I've not met her, but I think she's a great woman. She should be the pride of her husband. So she gave us her candid opinion, which later became true. And when I heard that voice note, I immediately knew we need to look forward to New Year. Now we are in New Year, and the year, though still young, but the year is gradually getting old. First week of January, message kept coming. This is the week we are expecting. We are expectant. This is the week disbursement is going to happen. People should be close to their phones. That alert will surely come. You are not left out to sin. I must be sincere. You were not left out, and you are still not left out. Giving us this encouragement. The first week of January went by. The second week went by. The third week is but ending, and we are entering the final week of January. Still, there is no sign of disbursement. And it's not looking as if we are going to receive disbursement this month. Now, my question is this, Hussein. How long are we going to wait? How long are we going to keep receiving these encouraging motivational words? It's over 2 months. We're not counting months after verification, and still there's no sign of disbursement. Now, unlike the hypers that keep coming every week to tell us this is the week of disbursement, that disbursement is not going to pass this week, Jennifer came and gave us a voice note. I believe her last voice note before this, my voice note, the last voice note I heard. She gave the Nigerians encouragement as usual. Then she now said that disbursement shouldn't pass this month. That if disbursement passes this month, she too, she's going to ask questions. She's going to begin to ask questions because she wouldn't understand why disbursement is getting this late. Because after every said and everything is said to be have done, so what is still keeping disbursement? The masses are in dark. They need to be told the truth of the present situation of things. Now, Ken has not come out to speak to us. I mean, Dr. Ken Wakama. He has not spoken to us. He has not told us the position of things. So don't you think we have every right to worry? Osin, you are somebody, as I said before, I've always spoken to you. I've not met you one-on-one, but I respect you. I respect your intellect because the way you speak, the way you address issues, I don't need a soothsayer. You understand? To tell me how intellectual you are. Now, my question is to you. When would you start complaining too? When will you get to a point when you say, no, I have kept telling the masses disbursement will happen. I've kept encouraging the masses. But it's hard time for me to stop encouraging the masses, rather start asking questions like the masses. When are you going to join the masses in asking? When is it going to? Where are you going to draw a red line? That's my question. Because are we going to keep encouraging ourselves? January will go. We'll enter February. We'll encourage ourselves till February will go. Before you know, March will become history. April will come and go. May will come and go. We'll also the back of June, July. When are you going to draw a red line to say, oh, I think I've begun to sound like a broken record. I kept telling the masses this thing will happen, and it's not forthcoming. We should start asking questions. We should start asking Dr. Ken Wakama what is actually the problem. Why is disbursement not happening? Is there anything the masses can do for this thing to happen? Is there any role you can play, I can play, that person can play in order to give Dr. Ken Wakama a happy hand for this thing to happen? Do we need to cry to the government? What do we need to do? We need practical solution. For me, I believe we have prayed enough. We have prayed enough. What we need now is practical action. After all, faith without work is dead. We have had enough faith. We have had enough prayers. What we need now is practical action. So we need to draw a line when we will start crying out. Jennifer has clearly drawn a line. Madam Jennifer, she said at the end of this month, if disbursement does not happen, that she will ask questions. She used to call, or I believe she calls Dr. Ken Wakama her brother. It's hard time. At the end of the month, this thing does not happen. It's hard time she call her brother and begin to ask her brother, what is happening? What is she going to tell the masses? Will she keep telling the masses this thing will happen this week? It will not happen. Next week, this thing will happen. It will not happen. So if there's anything that kept giving you that hope that this thing will happen, why don't you share with us? The masses have a right to know. Sometimes we criticize the government for keeping some things from the masses, for keeping some things from Nigerians. But are we not doing the same thing now? Why are we keeping, the masses who subscribe to UAAG? Why are we keeping them in the dark? About few months ago, over 2 months ago, CEOs and NGOs came from every part of this country, from the western region, from the northern region, from the southern region, from the middle belt. They all came from different states. Some were harassed on the way, some were robbed on the way, some were even kidnapped on the way in order to come for verification, because we believe so much in UAAG. And they came, they sweated, they went through stress. They queued up in their thousands to ensure that they participated in the verification exercise. So that same faith they exhibited, not minding the risk, entry the road, not minding the financial aspect, staying in hotels for days, not minding all those, not minding the sun and the rain, came in for verification. So that same faith they had in Dr. Ken Wakama, can we also now demand for that same faith now? That we have the right to know what is happening. What is keeping disbursement? Can you honestly tell me that the masses are not patient enough? They will not be patient enough. So please, we need some answers. I know you might not have all the answers to all these questions, but you have access to Dr. Ken Wakama, which most of us don't have. So I'm pleading with you, with your contact and connect, reach out to Dr. Ken Wakama. We really need to know what is happening. If we are not going to get disbursement this January, look, heaven will not fall. Let him come out and tell us we will not get it in January, we will not get it in February, we will not get it in March, we'll get it in April, or we'll get it in May, we'll get it in June. Heaven will not fall. But there should be a sincerity of purpose. Because the truth is that no matter how high you place yourself, when you pick a particular date or a particular timeline and you say so thing will happen in that timeline based on your capacity, and it does not happen, it tends to make you a liar. You know, you may give one or two excuses. Yes, you may be exonerated from one mistake. But when you keep on giving timeline, and these things is not forthcoming, people begin to question your credibility. So as it is now, we need the timeline. If it doesn't matter how long that timeline is, if it's 6 months from now, it doesn't matter. So that the masses will not be hopeful. My brother, you must understand that high BP is actually real. And people are actually getting their BP high based on anxiety, too much thinking, and too much expectation. So if I'm not expecting something this week, if I'm not expecting next month or 2 months, I have no reason to be anxious. But when you keep saying, oh, this week is the week of disbursement, be close to your phone, alert will begin to drop anytime from now, people become so hopeful. That is how God designed us. That is what is in our DNA. We are human beings. We can be hopeful and we can be disappointed. And disappointment is not good for the masses, for man. Too much disappointment. We have faced so much disappointment, and a glimmer of hope started coming during the verification. People became excited, people began to rejoice, But today, after over 2 months of verification exercise, people are losing hope. That's the honest truth. People are losing hope. So what the masses need now is truth. Let Dr. Ken Wakama don't just address the CEOs and the NGOs. Address the entire masses, the beneficiaries who subscribed to this UAAG grant. Let them know what is on grant. Hussein, as I said before, may this voice note meet you in good health. I respect you. I have not met you, and I pray one day you and I will see, shake hands, have a glass of wine together. God bless you for the good work you will be doing in the ecosystem. You have been upright. You have been a motivating factor to many households. Keep on doing a good job. Keep on exhibiting your humility.